Tansey, everyone. Right?
I know. I'm so glad we talked to each other this morning.
We're like two pylons in the night.
You know, you can always find us.
That's right.
But
You
please
will
don't
never
hit
lose
us. Please don't run into us.
Here is a recipe. We've been talking about Father's Day quite a bit on the show because you know what? We want to give dads love. I think that dads these days are so much more involved in a lot of the family stuff with the kids and the cooking.
Yeah.
So, you know, with Father's Day coming up, let's do something so good.
Yeah.
Let's make chicken and waffles.
Let's make chicken and waffles,
And
right?
then let's do it for mom afterwards.
Well,
but first we'll do it for
I
dad.
had a real hard time. I'm like, how many servings should I make this recipe for? Is it one? Are you just making it for dad?
No.
And I'm like, I better make 3 because I want one. And my kid's probably going to at least eat the waffle.
Totally.
And the chicken. Anyway, this is so good. And I know this looks
good.
like a lot. So we have 3 parts to this recipe.
Okay.
You can do any single one of them. Is amazing on its own.
Okay.
Well, I mean, a fried egg doesn't really feel like Happy Father's Day, but put them all together, and they are so good together. So we're going to start by making cheddar waffles. Look, it even says City Line right here.
I love that.
That's very important,
for this
people.
show.
It's good to know. Okay, so this, I just went in my time machine and went back to 1990. Okay, I use this twice, 3 times a week. I've had it for 22 years.
So this is, I mean, this is an example of a good product. And I kind of love when you bring this stuff onto the show, because anyone watching, we have that special thing that we're going to be using for 20 years.
There's
nothing wrong with that.
It makes 2 waffles, and that's enough.
And you still have the sticker on.
Well, the sides of the unit get hot.
You need to know.
Safety. Buttermilk.
Yeah.
An egg and a bit of oil, and that's just a bit of flour, baking soda or powder, baking soda and powder, and a bit of salt.
Okay.
So a little bit in there, and this is really a great waffle recipe for any time.
Yes.
As I said, you can make these just on their own.
Yeah.
But what we're going to do is add some smoked cheddar.
What a good idea.
Because why not, right? If you want to make them sweet, just add a little bit of sugar instead, or chocolate chips or blueberries. Not saying that's what we do at our house.
All good.
And then waffles, just like pancakes or muffins, they don't want to be stirred too much.
Right.
So that's enough. And then my handy dandy, amazing 22-year-old waffle iron.
Is it ready for us to open up?
It is ready. Look at it.
Oh, that's
steaming,
ready.
and these are so good. So there's cheddar in there, which is going to kind of sizzle up and get kind of, I feel like that's maybe too much.
Yeah, because
anyway,
you don't want it to do the spillover.
look, I already spilled it. So maybe I'll close it up and, it'll keep spilling.
Oh.
So no, now don't press.
Oh.
That's okay.
Sorry, I didn't know the rules.
It's all right.
Am I allowed to lock it off
It
there?
doesn't lock. You don't want it to lock.
Oh, I don't want it to
actually,
lock.
as the this is why this 22-year-old machine is so genius. I feel like now I'm selling the machine. As the waffle batter rises, the lid rises.
Got it.
So not only are they crispy on the outside, they're fluffy on the inside. Okay, everybody, calm down.
That's what
calm
you want
down.
in a
It's gonna be
waffle.
fun.
No, it's good.
Okay.
Now the chicken part.
Now we're gonna do crispy baked chicken.
Nice.
Now you may have, this is panko. These are Japanese breadcrumbs. You know all about them. They are, I mean, if I have them in my small, very bad local grocery store, you can find them.
You can definitely find them everywhere.
And they're so good. And interesting tip, really low in sodium. Other breadcrumbs really high in sodium. Just, Claire's tip. Because when you're making this, you're really thinking about nutrition.
Right.
I'm pretty sure.
No, I do like the fact that you're baking the chicken.
I am baking. Well, you know how I feel about deep frying.
Yeah,
and we're gonna bake some chicken wings in the next segment. You're gonna die. Okay, so chicken thigh, boneless, skinless, a little bit of dredge and flour. I would normally do this with my hands, but I don't want to get chicken all over my fingers at this particular moment. Little bit of egg.
Okay.
And then into the panko breadcrumbs. It gets nice and sticky and crispy and crunchy and crusty. Goes on a baking sheet into the oven. Done.
Good.
Okay.
Your chicken is done.
Okay, so then everybody gets 2 nice pieces of chicken.
Lovely.
And they're in there, hiding in there. Now we're just going to talk quickly about frying an egg.
Yeah, because what is there to know?
Well, what is there to know? But it's one of the questions I get asked the most.
How do you fry an egg?
And I have to tell you a secret.
What is it?
I'm not very good at it.
Oh, you're not?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
So I specifically got myself this tiny pan because this way I'm just lowering my expectations. I'm only doing 1 egg at a time.
Right.
But here's the latest trick with frying eggs. So I've got a little bit of butter melting in there. I don't know if it's going to melt. It's a little cold today.
It's a little cold.
So you take your butter or whatever fat you want to fry your egg in. It can be oil. And then you take a spice. and you put the spice into the butter. So this is smoked paprika because why not?
Yeah,
but you could use dried thyme or basil or even cayenne or even cumin, coriander, curry powder.
Whatever sort of flavor you have a hankering for,
exactly.
that goes in with your butter.
And when your butter is not nicely melted, that's what happens.
Isn't it melting so nicely right
now? It's beautiful.
It's still a chunk in the middle.
So, oh man, now I cracked the egg wrong. See, the egg cracked that way instead of that way. Okay, just courage of my convictions.
But it doesn't even make a difference because it's going to all work out.
It's going to all work out.
On our cold pan.
Yeah. Anyway, that goes in there. You season it with salt and pepper. And then here's the real secret. If you're not going to flip the egg, if you don't want to do like the flipped egg, you want it side side up, you got to cover it.
Oh.
Because that way it'll create like a little mini oven in there. And the top will actually get cooked.
See, I didn't know all of that. I've never done the spice. I didn't know.
There
How
was
do you
stuff
fry
to learn.
an egg?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a very valid question.
Now I feel like we should go back and check on our little friends over here.
So is it ever going to go? Is it going to tell us ready?
Well, here's the thing. I think in 22
years
years the lights are a little bit touch and go. So let's just take a little.
Oh wow!
Yummy.
God, that looks good.
Right? Can you smell the cheese that is sizzling around in there? So as I said, don't bother with the rest of that stuff. Ignore that and just eat this. I would actually put maple syrup on this because smoked cheddar and maple syrup.
Totally.
So good.
No, I'm so with you.
And that's it.
At the end of it, you're really making a waffle sandwich.
You are. It's a waffle witch.
It's a waffle witch.
You want to say a waffle witch? It's a killer sandwich.
Yeah.
And you know, killer sandwiches are so hot these days.
They are.
That you may as well just go ahead and make one for Dad. This can be brunch. This can be breakfast.
Yeah. Forget Dad. I'm making it for me. I mean, and Dad.
Oh.
That looks.
Okay. Don't eat it. Don't eat it.
Yeah. Don't eat it.
Don't eat it.